Welcome back, you guys who's chasing a monster. I'm Luis Gomez, and of course, today I'm with Griffin Archer. Griffin, tell me how you been? How you doing?
I've been doing good. I mean, it sucks that the Sox couldn't clinch tonight. I mean, that's a sight that we've been hoping to see for years. I mean, we were just talking on Celtics Nation Rise about how long it's been since we've been back in the postseason. And I can almost feel it. I could feel the vibes. But at the same time, one more game, and we clinch it. So
Oh yeah, I mean we're right
I'm
there. Like we could literally taste it. We're right there. Sucks that we couldn't do it tonight, but we could do it tomorrow. But how you feeling about this Red Sox team recently? I want to hear your opinion. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, last time I think we were talking, it was about Christian Campbell and coming up with the September call ups, and that never happened.
Yeah.
Since then, the password came up and a lot of cool stories to share. But from me, I look at this and I'm just happy. I haven't been on after the Roman Anthony call up, I think even. No, Roman Anthony was up. But the last time I was here, it was well before he got injured. So I think the perspective changes, but at the same time, we still have a good young team and we're willing to compete. And it has he been ruled out for the like all of this season, or is there a chance if we like make it far into playoffs he could come back?
I think he's not gonna come back anymore. I mean, I mean, they might be, but there's nothing. We don't know nothing about him yet.
But I look at this, win 2 out of 3 games in the series, and you have a big one coming up against Detroit, which that's one to keep an eye on as well at home. So I look at this, of course you want the sweep. I mean, sweeps are great, but we'll take 2 out of 3 games at the same time. But it was one to clinch, and it's one where you're like, oh, this would have been a fun night. But again, we're just one more sleep until hopefully we could be celebrating going back into playing baseball in some October. But Lewis, what are your thoughts? I mean, big series win, but a big loss tonight at the same time.
I mean, I'm not like upset at this team. Or recently, I know we couldn't do it tonight, but we won the series. That's what matters. And stepping on, we came. First game was on Tuesday against the Blue Jays. The scenario was a little bit different. Too much. We had the pressure, and if we would have choked, we would have never been close to clinching. So the Red Sox did their job by winning game one and two, winning the series. And look, they had the chance to clinch today. Just one more win. That's it. You got me? They did their job. They didn't choke, but the job is not finished yet. And maybe it wasn't going to be in Toronto, the celebration. It has to be in Boston. It literally has to. This is the last 3 games of the season, so it literally has to. And hopefully tomorrow's the day that we've been waiting for for 3 years and 11 months. We've been waiting for this.
It's
So
it's time, Lewis.
it's time. I wouldn't be surprised if I tear up. I wouldn't be surprised because we've been with this team from day one. It doesn't matter. We lost all our superstars, but we still are loyal fans, and we're still there no matter what. But seeing your team, we were the last. We were in last place in the division in the East, and last year we won 81 and 81, and seeing us like literally almost with the same group, like go to that level of like, oh my god, this group right here is going to like open champagne for the first time in their careers. Except Story has, but not that much. But Bregman,
Yeah.
he's tired of doing that, and also Nathaniel Lowe. But then the rest, they don't have a lot of experience on that. Even our ace doesn't. So it's so cool that we're about to, after all these years of suffering, being bad, and being mediocre, and it's like it's worth. All that waiting is worth it because I
Getting
might tear.
emotional.
I might
Getting
tear up.
emotional. I
Yeah,
have to say, Lewis, like I agree. And it's like we were just hit in the face with transaction after transaction. And I remember earlier on in the season when Devers got traded and we're like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, the season is over. Like, what are
I
we
thought it
doing
was
in
over.
this franchise? Exactly. But then it's like now we're sitting here and we're like, oh my gosh,
They were right.
like look what's going on. Like we were mediocre at first and we're like, all right, like I feel like this, for example, in the off season, the high expectations were like, all right, we have Bregman now, we have a squad, it's time, it's go time. Then we got hit with the Devers news and we're like, oh, it's over. I feel like in a 162 game season, your emotions are going to be all over the place, but it was a roller coaster. It was up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
Like I sometimes I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But other times I'm like, wow, we're doing good. And like every time it looks like hope is gone, the Red Sox are like, we're coming back with a swipe and we're gonna give you some action. That's kind of the way
No,
they like.
yeah, and that's literally true. And I'm not gonna lie with you. I have faith in my team, and I see baseball as a different way. I am a huge fan, but I'm also like I'm a fan of the prospects, like and stuff like that, giving them more time in the field and more reps. I feel like that makes them better. I'm a big fan of that as well, and I know we were really negative about the Denver situation. I was done. I thought, I mean, I wasn't done at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I still came back and watched my Red Sox. But losing a player like Devers, and I'm such a big fan of him. And
You had a fan page about him. Can we? This is a fun little story. Can we mention what really quick? Sorry for getting off topic,
no,
but
you're
can
good. You're good.
can we mention what the chasing the monster account has been for years? Can we mention that really quick? Can we say what it started off with and what it's at to now on the Instagram?
It's
This is
actually a crazy story
all right. Let's
because
hear it. Let's hear it.
I started this. I started this with a Bets Believe 50, and that's where I met you.
Yes, yes.
I think
That's
you
where
DM'd me, and that's when we went on that run and we won the World Series, and we were best friends since that day. But then Mookie, 1 year later, Mookie leaves in 2020, and 2019, that was his last year he played with us. We didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing, so we missed the playoffs and stuff. And then that was the last time we saw Mookie. And then 2020, Mookie leaves, and I'm like, I gotta change my account, and I made it to Sander Bogarts because I feel
Bogart's world, right?
yeah, Bogarts World, yeah, and it's crazy.
You know what's crazy too, Lewis? You've always been high on Dominican players, but he was from Aruba.
I mean, yeah, yeah,
But
I know, but I felt like he was the next captain after Mookie. I know Diver. I was gonna pick Divers, but I was like, Bogarts is like the captain. Divers is still young. I could see I could see Bogarts taking that role, not Devers, because Devers is more like show up and do his thing guy and then leaves. Bogarts is a captain. You get me? It's different
yeah,
players. So I definitely saw Bogarts taking that role, but then he left, and I had no choice to stay with Devers because no one on the team was better than Devers.
and it was Devers Bombs was the account.
Yeah, he hit a lot of bombs with us, but I don't know what happened with him, bro. I feel like he got too comfortable. I feel like I don't know. I don't know what happened into that, but I'm not gonna lie with you. It was probably affecting the Red Sox because we weren't good with him. We weren't. The team was bad with him, and it makes no sense because he's a superstar player. How can you win more without him? And maybe it's true. He was really toxic. Maybe the clubhouse vibes were really weird with him there. You get me? Maybe it's true, and I'm starting to believe it because look, everybody, as soon we traded our superstar, yeah, the Red Sox are done. They're fucked,
Well,
and
can
they're one game away from clinching and going to the playoffs. But it's crazy.
the thing that shocked me though, and we don't have to talk about the Devers talk for so long because we've heard it, we've heard it, we've heard it. But one
Yeah.
thing for me is just the return package was questionable. However, now it's like, wow, we are at the low of being like, all right, nothing can get worse than this. Our superstar player is gone, like the season's over, and then boom, like we could clinch it in one game. But and you already mentioned your emotions like being so high because it's been years. But what are your thoughts? I mean, what are your thoughts about, and we'll change it up and go back into this. What are your thoughts about this past series? What are your thoughts? Because I gave my initial thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on this series.
Well, on Monday, we were off. This series started on Tuesday, so on Monday, I'm literally thinking about that. All I'm thinking is about what is could happen. It could be negative or positive for us. But because the Blue Jays, they're a really good team, playoff team. They already clinched. They're and we're also our last three games is versus the Tigers, another playoff team. And like you put down the schedules. We had the toughest six. It was just 6 games left. Now it's just three, but starting tomorrow. But we had the roughest 6 games, and we haven't even clinched. People, expected us to go to choke, to not get the job done. And in a way, I'm really proud of this team because if it's last year, we would never get the job done. And
Yeah,
and we had the same players. The only different players in that roster, right? Not in the roster, but in the lineup, is Bregman, Story. I mean, in Bregman, Nathaniel Lowe, and Navarez.
yeah,
And
that's it.
we have Crochet as well, but I'm saying like our lineup is literally the same as last year. That means that last year wasn't. It was like a learning experience for all of us because they were literally rookies last year. Brady was a rookie, almost everyone, but it makes me proud as a fan and as I see baseball different as well. I love I know that the process of a rookie and stuff, and I enjoy it. And I feel like those players are going to be better and better by time. And all of them has been better than last year. And seeing them from 81 and 81 to okay, the season depends on this Laxus games starting on Tuesday. They win game one 4-1. They win game two 7-1. And they lost the finale, but they won the series and they took care of business against a really good team. Garrett Crochet, ace that you got in the offseason, came through and did his job. 7 innings. I mean, no, 8 innings, if I'm not wrong. 8 innings, zero score runs. He did his job.
He did.
Yeah, but it's just like it's a proud moment because we've gone through a lot. What you've seen the transformation Rafaela has been, Jaron Durant,
They
everyone.
can I say they've all matured.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this was a very maturing year for the Boston Red Sox. I mean, like last year it was of finding their identity. Now it's just executing, and it who knows? Like we're going into playoffs. Like anything could happen in October baseball. Like we've seen that with the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. Like what happened with their whole fiasco. So anything could totally happen. But it's gonna be like, all right, next year once Roman Anthony has a full season under his belt, and Marcelo Meyer once they get a full year, it's like, what can the sky be? Is the sky is truly the limit for this
Oh
young
yes,
team?
that's true. If you think about it, Roman
Because then you're
Anthony's
gonna
been
have
doing really good.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
say
you're
it
gonna
again.
have sorry, and then you're gonna have Duran who's been developed. You're going to have guys who've had years under their belt. I mean, Aroldis Chapman already has got the extension for next year. So it's like we could see a very better Red Sox next year, to say the least. And it's like, all right, the offseason, still questionable what we do, da da da. But I look at this and it's like, no matter what happens in playoffs, next year we have experience on our side and we have the fountain of youth, I'm going to say, because we have guys like Roman
Yeah.
Anthony and Marcelo Meyer who hopefully can have a healthy and great season for the Boston Red Sox.
No, that's true. Definitely this. Like Roman Anthony has really shocked me, surprised me, because he's acting like a veteran when this is his like he's literally tasting this is his first time in the big leagues. So it's scary to imagine what he could do next year. Now
Yeah,
that he knows how the big league runs, he knows how it tastes and stuff like that. He knows how it works. Marcelo Meyer, the same thing. They're gonna come even way more prepared because they know what to expect. But I mean, you're just right now. We're in such a good place as a Red Sox fan, and hope they have the chance to get even better in the offseason. This Devers contract, we're not paying Devers no more. We were paying him 30 million per year, not anymore. That's literally erased. We don't owe him 1 cent anymore. So I'm hoping maybe we could use that money for something else because, from what I heard, from
Bregman?
what about those even like about the Soto situation, they apparently they offered more money than the Yankees
Wow.
and the Mets. But it was different. Like it's Juan Soto wanted all his money. He wanted all his money, now. Like if he's getting paid $60 million per year. The Red Sox were gonna do like riffles. I say it and pay him slowly, but you could tell that they were on the mission. And they signed Bregman on the other day, but I this could be scary. Free agency could be scary, but let's see. But right now, it's a good time in Boston. So yeah, it's a really good time. But let's get into the series right now. The Blue Jays. Game one, the Red Sox won 4-1. Lucas Giolito pitch. He did a tremendous job, and you already know it. He got into himself into trouble, but he figured it out, and
And ultimately got the dub. That's
yeah, I mean he didn't get the dub,
He
but
didn't get the win, but
yeah,
the Sox got the win.
yeah, that's what matters at the end of the
That's
day.
that's the
But
important part.
he's been a little bit shaky recently, and I feel like it's more about his mechanic.
And see, he had such a good, was it July and August, right, when he was pitching
Yeah,
really good. So he was so good then. It's like, he was unstoppable, and it's about time when pitchers come down to earth and let batters hit off of him. But he'll figure it out. And I look at this season. This was a very positive season to have after that recovery last year, not playing, and now a strong recovery. And this is a guy who can, obviously he didn't do the best. However, he's a guy who I've been very impressed with and got a gold star this season from me.
yeah. You weren't out, to be honest. I wasn't expecting him to perform like this. He did a tremendous job, and from him, the last couple of years, it hasn't been good for him. It hasn't. He has the potential, but he was doing terrible.
You're right.
But it's good to see that he figured it out in Boston. But he did a tremendous job, and we wouldn't be here if he didn't perform like that. We wouldn't be here at all. He gave us a shot, and he's one of the people who put us in the situation of literally almost clinching for a postseason spot. But yeah, he he did a tremendous job, and so the Sox win 4-1. Wilson got the win. And for the Blue Jays, Kevin Gossman lost the game. He has tremendous pitcher, and I love that we got on top of him. So that's a good. We did what we had to do. So game two, we won 7-1. Crochet dominated. He did his job. He
Man, I remember when we were breaking that news. Well, it was you, Lewis, and then we did a podcast. But man, what a way! I was in the middle of a Celtics podcast, and I found that out, and I freaked out. That was incredible news, and man, he saved our team. He saved our team. I have to say, the ace has came to Boston.
no, yeah, that yeah, he performed. His his contract extension as well is worth every penny.
Worth every
He's
penny.
worth it. Um, he ended up pitching 8 innings. The Blue Jays only managed to get 3 hits off of him, and with that, he also ends up with six strikeouts. But also,
Not a huge strikeout game for him, but the
no,
three
but
hits are what's important.
you could tell that he had them guessing. You could definitely tell that they couldn't manage to get him, especially in 8 innings. It wasn't 5 innings, 8 innings. He literally almost pitched the whole game. But yeah, with that win, his record goes to 18 wins and 5 losses.
Yeah, and I have to say those 5 losses on the season was just because the Red Sox struggled hitting wise. I mean, he hasn't
Yeah.
had he. This is a pitcher that could have easily like his wins to loss ratio could have been even less, because the games that he lost, it's the fact of like 1-0 losses or something like that where the Red Sox could not hit in. So it's a matter of not having the offense supporting him after giving good defense. I
Oh
don't.
yeah.
I can't really remember a time where it was a blowout game when Crochet was pitching.
No, yeah. Like the last blowout game like that. I don't know. He pitches like a lot of those losses are like 1-run games,
Exactly.
and we have like we can help him out.
Exactly. So he's been phenomenal. But keep going, Lewis. I didn't mean to get off guard, but
No, no, you go, you good. But
he's
not
excellent.
the offense has been looking good for us. We're coming through against good pitching or bad pitching. It doesn't matter who it is. That's what you want to see, especially when only like 4 more games remaining in the season. So we did a good job. So we won 7-1 that game, and moving to today's game, we had the chance to clinch, but we lost. We couldn't do it today. It wasn't meant to be, but we lost 6-1, and Bayo he was pitching decent, and then Trevor Story in the 6th inning started the inning with an error, and that when Bayo started walking people and he lost hitting people and he lost his feel. And when you create momentum for a team like the Blue Jays, they're a playoff team at the end of the day, and they're really good. But Bayo was doing a good job, but when you create momentum for them, they could punish you.
And like you said, they're a playoff team, and we won the series 2 to 3 games. So it's like we could be a playoff contending team. It shows that we could do that
Yeah,
in the playoffs at the end of the day.
and we're not even home either.
No,
To come on the road, dominate them, and win the series, that's huge.
yeah,
Especially this because these 3 games against them, they weren't any type of game. They were games that mattered.
oh yeah,
Our season depended on this series, and
and
thanks
we
to
and we showed up, and we showed
yeah,
up.
we took care of business. We won the 2 games. We're just missing one more win, and that's it. But yeah, Bayo had a rough start. His next start probably is going to be in the playoffs. And you know what? I'd rather him struggle today, learn from his mistakes, and start fresh for in the playoffs. But oh yeah, we gotta keep going. We're it's gonna happen when you play every day, every single day. You're not gonna get everything your way. But at the end of the day, we got the series win. That's what matters. So moving to tomorrow, it's a huge game, a big game, and pitching for us is Kyle Harrison. You heard of that name?
I have. That's the guy we've been talking about, the guy from the Devers trade.
Have you been watching what he's been doing recently?
He hasn't been pitching bad. I haven't like, there were some issues at first, correct? But
Yeah.
he hasn't. You know, it's a guy who he's young. He's another young guy that we have on the roster, and again, it's a guy that you got to throw out there, and it's a guy that I think has some potential. We haven't seen his max potential, especially in Boston. We haven't.
No, yeah, because I know he had a rough start with the Giants and like when he made it to the big leagues and stuff, but he was considered the number 7 prospect for the Giants last year. And then he got called up and they saw superstar potential in this kid. But then he had a rough start with the Giants and he wasn't pitching well. His ERA in the fours and fives in the fours, but they still didn't give up on him. They still saw like he has potential. And then the Devers trade came and we took him. And I'm not gonna lie, you saw that we took him right away and we brought him. We didn't even let him be in the big leagues. We took him to AAA, and the Sox started working on him on grips and stuff, just change ups, everything. They started like trying to change him. He used to be a person that used to walk a lot, but now we called him for the end of. We called him like in the beginning of September. We called him up, and I'm not gonna lie with you. His first time we saw him pitching this year was from the bullpen. He gave us 3 solid innings, no allowed runs. He did amazing from the bullpen. And then his next start was against the Rays. He pitched amazing again. They only 6 innings, only 1 earned run, and 6 strikeouts. It's like that's huge. You get me? Especially he's been pitching really good, and I'm not gonna lie. Tomorrow is the big test for him.
It is.
Tomorrow is the big test to see if he,
Can handle pressure.
yeah, and if it's not like oh he got lucky, he got 2 lucky starts. You know what I mean? And especially against the Tigers team that is really good. But I feel like for now we should definitely see what he brings in the table tomorrow. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking him. But for now, hopefully everything goes his way, and we could get this win tomorrow that we've been desperately
Clinch
waiting
it
for.
tomorrow. Let's clinch it tomorrow.
Yeah. So pitching for the Tigers is Casey Mize. He has an ERA of 3.91. So I feel like we should definitely get on top of him and do our job, do what we always do, and let's secure the bag. And for Saturday game, for Saturday game, pitching for us is early.
Ooh, that's my guy from Portland. That's my guy from Portland. I'm telling you. I'm on early. I'm a big early fan.
Yeah, I mean he's been doing amazing, and he has the chance do to show he has a chance to prove himself again that he's in the big leagues not to play around. And he's been doing amazing in 3 starts. He has a 1.88 ERA. So
And I tell you what, I'm jealous because my girlfriend's going to that game on Saturday, and I haven't even been able to make it to a Red Sox game this year, Lewis. But I've been at a ton of Sea Dog games, and I've been watching early, and I have to say I had an interaction with early. We both like gave a little head nod to each other one time. It was on a Marvel night. So I'm rooting for early. I think you'll have a good one that night. I'm a big fan of early.
yeah, I mean yeah, he's a stud. Um, for the Tigers, we don't know who's pitching. They haven't announced it yet, but for Sunday, we definitely know who's pitching. For the Tigers, pitching is gonna be Screwball.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last game of the season, so I feel like Screwball is he's winning the Cy Young for in the American League. So we should definitely try to get our reps off of good pitcher on the last day of the season to step into the next game, because after Sunday the next game is gonna be in the wild card. So on Sunday's Screwballs, then this is our chance to.
And is Crochet pitching Sunday too?
No. His
Oh,
next start will be in the wild
oh
card,
yeah. So who's pitching on Sunday for us?
and we don't know
TBD
yet.
still.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe Toley. Maybe Toley.
probably. Yeah, it's the last game, but I wouldn't be. I don't think it's gonna be the starters or the people that we gonna use for playoffs. It's probably gonna be Tolly, but Screwball. I feel like it's a good thing having Screwball for the last game of the season. We could get he's a really good pitcher. He's the best in the American League, and
Hey, let's
it works like reps.
let's rain on his parade and let's tee off of him and get Garrett Crochet in there for a Cy Young.
I mean,
Oh, no.
if it was that easy, it's not easy. But it's not about the Cy Young. It's more like let's go prepared. We're gonna face the best pitcher in
Yeah, exactly.
the American League. So why will other pitcher? We wouldn't be like scared to face other pitchers because we
Yeah,
just faced the best one, and he's probably gonna get smacked.
good way to get reps before the season starts. Postseason starts.
Yeah, but for now, I just feel like we gotta win tomorrow. You get me? We
We
gotta
do.
win
It's a
tomorrow.
must win. It's a must win.
We're desperate for this. We're desperate. I wanted it tonight so bad, but
But
it
we could
wasn't.
hear
It
that dirty
wasn't meant to
water
be.
at home. We could hear that dirty water at home, Lewis.
Yeah, and we have to like wait one more night. I didn't sleep last night. I didn't.
Well,
I'm waiting for this. I'm like,
Lewis, let's play that dirty water tomorrow because we gotta get that dub.
see champagne going everywhere. Let's get it. But uh, for now, let's just hope we win tomorrow. You get me? Let's hope we get that out of the way. You get me? And then then on Saturday we could focus on what we playing normal baseball and focus for the wild card series, and that's it. But yeah, that's it for tonight, boys and guys. Everything's been looking good. We gotta keep rolling. We gotta keep it going. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments down below, and see you next time. Take care, guys. Peace.